Yo guys, I just figured I'd pop on here guys and play a little bit about the PTR and what I've learned and what we've done and just to tell you guys how it's basically going. I figured I'll do this on a boss by boss basis. So we have killed the first boss and practiced on the first boss so far. And again, when I'm talking about these, it's always heroic. We haven't done normal at all yet. We just went straight into heroic. And I'm telling you right now, with the current gear that we have on in live, the bosses that we have killed have all been tough on the gear. The gear checks is definitely a thing so far. So I would definitely say that Dragon Soul so far has turned out to be quite a big jump up in difficulty compared to Firelands. As Firelands really was all about Raggy like. But yeah, let's talk about Morchok. I think I'll give you a run through of the actual boss and then I'll tell you what we've learned. So first of all, Morchok at 90% health he splits into two. And second one will do his abilities a little bit a couple of seconds later. But they basically do the same thing the whole way through. So we're going to split our team up into two teams. One goes left, one goes right. And first of all, the boss will do the stomp ability. The stomp will hit your tank, and the person closest to your tank for double. But the actual stomp itself is split evenly between 5 people that get hit bad. 5 people have to get hit bad, or people will start to die. And it only has a 25-yard range, so you need to be within 25 yards. Concurrently as well, he'll be dropping down these red orbs, which you have to get close to as the further you are away, the more damage it does, and then it'll also explode. The 3 players that are soaking the red orb will take damage and a knockback from the orb when it explodes. And in phase 2, the boss digs underground, and all you have to do is line of sight him to not take damage from the black pools. Super easy phase. If you actually look as well, you can see that some of our range DPS, if you stand between 2 line of sight rocks, you can actually hit the boss. Pretty cool. And then at 20%, he enrages and does more damage with his ability. So you want to save lust for that part and you want to zug him. Honestly, on paper, super easy boss. The real difficulty here comes from he hits really fucking hard. He does. The consensus here for this boss is actually what people have been telling us to do is to 4 heal it. So 2 healers on each side with a tank. And that's probably the best way to do it. So if you are a raid leader and you do manage to find yourself watching this video, you're probably best to make sure that your roster has access to 4 healers going into this first boss. Maybe some off specs. They don't need to be like super geared or anything, because you're kind of cheesing the fight. But we didn't do that. We face planted against this boss for a few hours because mostly me myself. I was like, fuck no, I'm not going down to up to 4 healers. I want to 2 heal it. I want to prove that I can do it because I felt like I could and I did. I've done it now. But as I said to my boys, is one GCD or one failed mistake from one of our guys, and we're back to the start of the fight. And that's how tight this has been. Like, and even if I've done more bosses now, there's definitely a gear check on these fights. Like Morchok itself is a big gear tight because you get hit so hard by that stomp. Like you're down to 50% health, and your person getting hit with your melee DPS, which we had, getting hit by the double, hits him hard. He's got to be rolling something at all times. I was telling my unholy DK that he has to be in blood stance for every single stomp. That's how serious it was. Like he just has to sack all his DPS because I just need him taking as little damage as possible. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been a tough old time. DPS on this is not a big deal. Like to be honest with you, the 4 healer strategy does make sense because what we wanted to do is we wanted to get to 20% at around the time that our second black phase happened, our line of sight phase, and then we would have lost and zugged the boss. But because we were 2 healing, and even in the very little gear that we have, we were blasting that boss. We had to stop DPSing at about 10-15 seconds before the second transition phase. So yeah, maybe our strategy wasn't the best, but it was all me. I wanted to prove I could do it to myself, not to anybody else. So far, PTR's been looking good. I've been stuck inside the raid the whole weekend, so I definitely will try and get some time to look at the other stuff, like the elemental rune dungeons and things like that. And I'll hopefully get a video out for you as well. But yeah, so far, guys, Morchok was super fun. very hard. I guys expect if you're going straight into heroic, expect a difficulty curve. And yeah, keep following along if you want to see more fights. I've done I've done 3 bosses so far at the minute, and they've been hard. It's been proper progress on them. Yeah, we don't get very long to test these fights. Like, 3 days is not a lot to get in and test all this stuff. But yeah, guys, I'll keep you informed. If you're still watching, thank you very much for watching. Like, follow, subscribe, all that, and peace.